NExtBeats.com.
What's going on? It's Fist bringing it to you like I do, straight from the heart, from me to you. And this is a game of pod. Now, I did start out with the target finder. I wanted to see how far I could go. This is a kill confirmed game that, you know, you think LMG, slow ass character, you're not going to pick up too many tags. Then I came to the realization this, wasn't working out for me halfway through the game. Anyway, so on and so forth. Some of these maps, I like playing all the new maps. So a lot of times when you watch my videos, you're not going to see a bunch of nonsense like, ooh, Xbox news and blah blah blah. No, I play a couple good games, and I pretty much stick with those games because that's what I like to play. And I'm just not the person to play a game and just do it because I want money and views and whatnot. I mean, I understand some people, that's their livelihood on YouTube. That's not mine. Me, I like playing a game thoroughly, all the way through. If I don't like the game, I'm not going to play it. That's just how I feel about it. I don't really know how people could play like a game for a month or a couple days and then go to the next game and then go to the next game. Now, granted, I used to be like that in the past, and that was because I thought I was missing something. Now, if you're one of those people who get caught into the hype and think they're missing something on every game, once you become a veteran of gaming, and especially online gaming, you'll start to realize that you can't spread your time on two different games and be good at them both. You just can't do it, because there's going to be people that play the game constantly, like myself, who will beat you. And so it's frustrating, and I understand people don't have the time or whatever, but I just take the time that I have and I play one game. And you'll learn that down the road. So, and that's what I like about this game. See, people go like, how do you keep playing Black Ops 2? And I say to them, how do you see anybody strictly uploading the new map plays and really getting down and playing them all the time? That's the way I get down. I like to see how people are interpreting the new maps. How their routes are, what weapons they're deciding to use, what type of bullshit that they're trying to use on me. That shit's interesting to me, because I look at it like in the development terms. Like, okay, pod is a new map. You look at pod and you're like, okay, how are people going to fuck this map up? How are they going to be cheap? How are they going to be cheesy? I mean, we talked about it on my Fisticuffs channel. You look at Standoff and Dig, those are two remakes, and they're terrible. And for the simple fact is because they were made for games with certain weapon setups. They're Black Ops 1 and World at War. This is Black Ops 2. We're talking 10-point system, target finders, dual bands, super snipers. You can't do that no more. So you look at pod and you realize that there are a lot more ways to get to people. And when you start seeing Call of Duty maps with a lot more ways to get to somebody, then you start to realize there's more bullshit in the game. That they're literally making the weapons first in the game, the weapon setups, and then they put the maps out there. I understand that from a college perspective in psychology. Before they lay down the cement on the ground, they just would watch where the students would walk, and then they would lay down the cement, and then that's where people would walk. That's how you figure that out. And I don't see them doing that here. You make the weapons first, and then you see how they play with them, and then shouldn't the map pack be updating the maps? That would be amazing. That would be, instead of having, this is a idea on the fly. You're hearing it here first. Instead of having map packs Why don't they have hot spots and route running and where people get killed and by what weapons, and then update the maps? That would be the shit. How dope would that be? Updating the maps based on weapon play. I mean, that's crazy. Map packs, weapon updates. No, not weapon updates. Weapon packs and map updates. Weapon pack map updates. That's what I'm talking about. How dope would that be? Because when I'm looking at pod, you know, this is a fixed situation. Now, when Call of Duty Ghosts comes out, every map is 2 maps. Or, I mean, the ones that are destructible. So, just think about this. In the updates, or the, updates, they update the maps. So, like, let's say you couldn't go through here, now you can. How dope would that be? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Cutting edge updates and really loving your game. Because when I'm looking at pod. Pod is the latest version of Treyarch's interpretation to their weapons. Now, if you look at the very first map packs, like Grind, or what's that map that everybody's always playing with the house and shit and the water fountain. I mean, come on, think about that. In the laundry room. Think about if they change the maps around. And they change them. I mean, that map's terrible. I mean, you look at Takeoff, it's terrible. Even though it's from Stadium, it's terrible for the weapons in Black Ops 2. So there's my suggestion. On the fly thinking right there. See, when I'm with you guys, I brainstorm and I come up with amazing ideas that Call of Duty never uses. And just think if they implemented my ideas. Just think if I was at Call of Duty brainstorming these ideas. This game would be so far advanced, it wouldn't matter how good Battlefield is or was going to be. There would be no case for it. Because people would look at me and say, that shit is cutting edge. Who would think of some ideas like that? That's what I'm talking about. So anyways, I decided to go to the LMG. I did have stock on the hammer, but then I switched to quick draw. Quick draw over stock, you're gonna get way more kills. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. 33 tags with the LMG. You can't do anything better than that. Get the fuck out of here.